Got more chaos in the Rodney Henson bond hearing. Let's say chaos. What the hell this guy got going on? Always, as soon as I get up on here, baby boy wants to be the star of the show. Ain't that right, baby boy? Look at it. There's my co-star right on time. Okay, more chaos inside the courtroom with Rodney Henson Jr. Chaos inside courtroom during bond hearing. Rodney Hinton Jr. accused of killing retired deputy. Stay alert, stay alive in this world of chaos. Hey man, fits the description. Video right in line with what we got going on. Of course it is, because that's the only thing we cover. All the chaos in this world. But anyway, let's get into it. Should have knew that was gonna happen with all the police present. Like, that's what they there for, to keep the chaos going. They're not there to, keep things copacetic and make sure it goes smooth. Nah, they looking for something to get into. Just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Why cover it up? So I'm trying to act like and pretend. Why is all the police presence? Why are it's supposed to be 2 deputies in the courtroom? That's it. Cause they like attending to show their support, and then they all in uniforms. Don't they supposed to be on the beat? How y'all got the time? And when you got court, like court sometimes take hours for you to be called. You know what I mean? You got to wait in line because they got other procedures to go. Other people to go through their procedures. Go through their court procedures, and then you got to wait your turn, and it could take an hour. Then you want to get there like an hour early. So that's 2 hours. We just say that's 2 hours like you are down at the courtroom. Why these guys ain't on their beat? You got a K9 unit, you got another Cincinnati police, and all these ain't deputies from the jail. And even if they were deputy from the jail, you got a job. You ain't getting paid to show up to the courtroom. What is this guy doing with the black hat? The white guy, slender guy, next to the guy with the gray hoodie. I'm trying to identify who is he. Is he a officer of the court? Right, he played the wall right here with the Pumas. I didn't even notice he was on the wall when the crowd was coming out. Somebody pushing the white girl with the red hair. It look like it's her attorney. She must be He's saying, "Let me go," and I'll walk out. I guess this tall brother in the black is Rodney's brother. The lady in the red was on the ground. She hit the ground. Let's see where she hit the ground. Right there. She kind of hit her knees or something. What is the chaos about? Why is it? I don't know. There's one thing about a commotion when people yelling and all that. you don't know what's going on, especially from afar. You just hear commotion, you just hear a lot of noise. You can't decipher like who's right, who's wrong, what, you know, what's right in the situation. You know, the like the right thing that needs to be done, or what could rectify the situation. It just sounds like a bunch of people irate for no reason, or irate in a bunch of confusion. It's hard to decipher what's going on there and why he's being removed from the courtroom. Like, was he the only reason you could be moved from a courtroom is you're disrupting the court procedures. And as soon as the video start, is you can hear the disruption. Like it's a commotion going on. So I don't know what it's all about, but let's just check it out. Find out what's going on.
Come on, man, y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. Take a breather. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me.
Why are you so hype? I'm like right now yelling that. Because they removed him. Probably because they removed him. They still hype about it, and he probably feels a certain way about it.
My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. They did this shit before.
That's not the way to do it.
They did it before. I got a video of them messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing.
You can hear the voice cracking. It's a lot of pain and hurt in his voice. Because it's cracking. It's like it's like his voice sounds like it's crying. If I could describe it if I could put it any better way, I would. But I think that's a great description of what I'm seeing or hearing, I should say. What I'm hearing is like his voice. It's a cry. It's like he damn near crying. You know what I mean? You can hear the emotion in his voice crackling.
I just wanted my brother to see me.
Even though he's yelling, you can hear the emotion. Yeah.
That's my family. That's my family.
Come on. Ray, please.
Fucked up about it. Yeah, they fucked up about it. That's you can see I don't know if she talked at the press conference, the one with the red hair. I think it's established that that's his auntie. I know his family. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the other one. Where it's inside the courtroom where the brother is actually at. Is this it? Now, there's another angle right here. I haven't seen this one. But that's the one right there. Right here, when the brother was looking back.
Hack your content strategy in 2025. With Dom, you can revolutionize your approach by effortlessly generating 30 authentic-looking videos.
Prosecution called a Cincinnati police detective who said Hinton had been...
That breaking news, the man charged with murdering Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson has been denied bail. Thank you for joining us at noon. I'm Megan Mitchell.
And I'm Stephen Albritton. This morning's bond hearing for Rodney Hinton Jr. showed a lot of emotion during and after the court proceedings. We're leading the way with live team coverage. Brian Hamrick breaks down what happened in court. Our Jock Maluka joins us with how emotions ran high during that hearing. And our Todd Dykes has reaction from the sheriff after the hearing. Let's start with Brian Hamrick with that judge's decision. Brian.
Yeah, Stephen, what was an emotional tornado inside the Justice Center here. You have deputies who just lost a friend, a co-worker in the same room with the family of the man who is accused of killing him. Now, just a matter of seconds after Rodney Hinton Jr. entered the courtroom, an outburst. A man came to the front claiming he was Hinton's brother, trying to get his attention. This is what happened.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Rodney boy, the face expressions. I fuck with Rodney. I like Rodney.
Have a seat.
How they knocking on the window and they way back there? Somebody knocking on the window.
See, sir. Sit down.
They threw their hands up, let them know, yeah. They telling them to face forward, though.
Have a seat.
Like,
Have a seat.
listen to the judge.
Sit down.
Oh, so the brother was up front. They hurry up and like got him out of there. He was so close you can hear him say, "That's my brother." And Lori kind of trying to instruct him, everybody like that's around him, trying to instruct him to pay attention to the judge. But you can understand in this situation that he would pay more attention to his family and who came to see him. And his brother say, "I just want my brother to see me." So that's what he was just letting them know. Like he was trying to see his presence. Like we here for him. He even though he's locked up in his cell in the jail alone, without his family, but he's not going through this alone. I think that's what they're trying to convey to him, like, we here for you. And I'm pretty sure he talked to him on the phone and all that, but it's a difference between showing him your presence and support, you know what I mean, up in court. So that's understandable. It's a messed up situation that he in. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he didn't cause these turn of events. You know what I mean? He just reacted and I think that's what's being displayed right now. You know what I mean? The emotions of the reality setting in the new life. And what I mean is like, you could be living your life and something could just come along and turn it upside down. And now the trajectory of your life is totally changed. It's almost like you live in a new life. It's like the scale has just been flipped. And it's like this type of hand you've been handed. You know what I mean? And at the same time, when you dealt these cards, you gotta protect your hand. You never want to let anyone see your spades. It's kind of like poker. They say you got a poker face. You don't when you play poker, you try not to have a tail that say, "I got two pair," when this person got trips. You trying to project that you got a better hand. You know what I mean? You trying to carry around the confidence, like I can hold it up. Like they say, never let them see you sweat.
Yeah, now the outburst goes on. Hinton is escorted out of the courtroom. They finally get things under control. And
I want to note and show when he was escorted out the court, he didn't show no resistance at all. You can see it. So Hinton is not like giving the jail no problems whatsoever. You can see he ain't had no outbursts. He's been quiet. He's been soft spoken when he's addressed by the court, and his response is like his soft spoken when he respond to him. Like, he ain't showed no hostility towards none of them. You know what I mean? It's like he's being a perfect gentleman. He's just subtle, quiet. The subtle approach towards this matter and dealing with the proceedings.
Hinton returns to the court for this hearing to hold him on no bond. It's a special hearing. It requires evidence to be presented. The prosecution called a Cincinnati police detective who said Hinton had been at the police station to meet with the chief and to see body cam of police from the day before. That body cam showed officers shooting Hinton's son, Ryan Hinton, to death. And it came as they stopped the stolen car. After leaving that scene and seeing this video, the detective said Hinton was very emotional. Family didn't even want him to drive home. He didn't, but he came back later to get his car, and then he headed to the area of the UC campus where Deputy Larry Henderson was directing traffic for the UC graduation. The detective said Hinton picked out the first officer he saw and accelerated toward him.
Through the intersection, directly at where Deputy Henderson was standing, struck Deputy Henderson.
It's almost like he don't even want to say it, you know. He don't even want to, it's like the DA is coming to grips with what transpired, and he don't even want to. It's almost seemed like he's addressing the public, giving the details, but you know, we know it's a court proceeding and all that, but you could tell how he's kind of hesitant when he talk, all the pauses in it. I guess because it's a horrific situation and it's like surreal that it happened to a deputy. You know, he with the district attorney's office, so it's like it's a colleague because they work for the state. Oh, they said he a detective. So he a detective. Detective Carl BB. I guess that's how you would pronounce that. B is spelled like a honey bee, then spelled like B, the word BB. But I guess he probably a homicide detective. And then it say Cincinnati police. Is that a police? This is a bond hearing. He's standing there. He's not on the stand, like testifying. But you can see right here where it say news break. It gives like the name. It say detective. DET. That's detective Carl, whatever.
And the metal utility pole on the northeast corner of the
Hold
intersection.
on, let me get that. No bond for Rodney after pleading no.
Okay. Were there any evidence of skid marks?
He got it.
No, there were no indications at any point that he tried to brake, stop, or otherwise avoid Deputy Henderson.
I think the conduct in question is classic mental illness criminal conduct. It's always intentional, it's bold, and it's conspicuous.
I don't know that...
That's a hallmark sign that somebody is not in their right frame of mind, no attempt to deceive, no attempt to hide what they did.
Yeah, so that was Clyde Bennett. That is Hinton's.
Why they cut Clyde off? They cut Clyde short. But let's hear what he with the news.
A hallmark sign that somebody is not in their right frame of mind, no attempt to deceive, no attempt to hide what they did.
Yeah, so that was Clyde Bennett. That is Hinton's attorney. He made no secret that he's going to use mental health as part of his defense in this case. And in the end, he didn't even argue with the idea of not having bond for Hinton. In fact, the only thing he requested was that he gets mental health while he's in the Claremont County Jail. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.
And typically these no bond hearings do require...
I wish they would have stated who the other person was, because it ain't clear. It's like he was a district attorney, but when they showed it, matter of fact, I'm going to go back. When they showed him speaking, they showed his name. This character here. Who is he?
Hinton had been at the police station to meet with the chief and to see body cam of police from the day before. That body cam showed officers shooting Hinton's son, Ryan Hinton, to death. And it came as they stopped the stolen car. After leaving that scene and seeing this video, the detective said Hinton was very emotional. Family didn't even want him to drive home. He didn't, but
directly at where Deputy Henderson was standing, struck Deputy Henderson, and the metal he tried.
Somebody
on for Hinton and used mental health as part of his defense in this case. And in the end, he didn't even argue with the idea of not having bond for Hinton. In fact, the only thing he requested was that he gets mental health while he's in the Claremont County Jail. Reporting live, Brian Hamrick, WLWT News 5.
And typically these no bond hearings do require a higher burden of proof. Brian, was there any evidence presented?
Yeah, it's they call it clear and convincing evidence is what they need. It's like a step down from, it's just part of the legal process there. They did not bring in evidence. What they did do is they talked about this video that they had. There are two videos. There's one from a bus that shows the entire encounter, and then there's another one from a security camera that shows part of that encounter, so that will be held for trial.
All right, Brian Hamrick reporting live for us there from the Hamilton County Justice Center. Brian, thank you.
Oh, man. Okay, let me say this. If those videos are held for trial, right? It's let me rewind it real quick.
All right, Brian Hamrick reporting live for us there from the Hamilton.
And there's another one. There's one from a bus that shows that they had. There are two videos. There's one from a bus that shows the entire encounter, and then there's another one from a security camera that shows part of that encounter, so that will be held for trial.
He's saying both of them would be held for trial, I'm assuming, because he said now that would be held. He didn't say both of them, but I'm assuming both of them will be held for trial. Now, say these videos be displayed on YouTube. If they're supposed to be held for trial, then we know when those videos come out, which they will, that they've been leaked. And I'll be there for that. Me. Exactly. I'll be there on top of that, bringing that to y'all. You know what I mean? As soon as they leak. But anyway, we got more. I think we got more coverage, different angles in the court.
All right, Brian Hamrick reporting live for us there from the Hamilton County Justice Center. Brian, thank you.
No, it was an emotion-filled day inside.
Keep cutting the nigga short. I noticed that. Cut the black dude short every time. Huh? They cut the lawyer short. They just cut the broadcaster right there short. So let me see if we say whoa. Okay, they showing the let's say 7 hours ago. So maybe that's okay, this is a different angle with his brother. There's somebody with a phone. When it came out, I was gonna say this guy right here, the Puma guy, he was on the wall. Now he just got himself in that position that the other camera showed, but we're gonna watch it from this angle. getting their hands off of him. Get their hands off. Get your goddamn hands off me. But Denzel say, "Get your damn hands off of me. You get your hands."
Go get my phone. Hey, all right. No, get my phone. It's on the seat. Get my phone. Go get my phone. Go get my phone. Hey, all right. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. My brother can't see me. That did it. Go get my phone.
I wonder because these people sitting there on the bench, they're not in the, like, at the very edge of this video. They not in the, like the lower right side. They're not in the frame all the way yet, as you can see. Right here where this guy's walking past, behind the female deputy. Somebody got their phone up and look right here in the corner. See it recording in the corner.
Go get my phone. Hey, all right. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all cool. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother.
People love pulling out their cameras and recording.
My brother can't see me. They did this shit before. They did this shit before. They did it before. I got video of them messing with my brother and me before. I ain't do nothing. I just wanted my brother to see me. I ain't do nothing to him. He talking about that's my family. That's my family and that's too. Doing all that. And see me 1-on-1, man. I got 40 motherfuckers there for my brother, man. Fucking like y'all hard. Y'all can't do that shit 1-on-1. Swear to God, man. I can't even see that little brother. Y'all go ahead and see me. Y'all go ahead and see me.
Yeah, he breaking. It's a fucked up situation, man. Real messed up. They called it a revenge killing. Father charged with revenge killing deputy in wake of son's death. This is like a this is like the angle that we looking for.
Welcome back. An Ohio man charged with fatally striking a deputy with his car last week pleaded not guilty in court today.
This is like when he stands up and knocks on the window to let his brother know he's out there. This angle looks like they captured it right here. We might have found it, people. Might have found it. Hold on. Give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? To process this. But I think I got it. Bear with me.
Rodney Hinton Jr. is accused of killing the retired sheriff's deputy just one day after Hinton's own son was shot and killed by police from a different department. We saw a dramatic scene in court today after commotion erupted in the courtroom gallery where the hearing was being held. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster in Cincinnati. Shaq, walk us through what we heard and saw in that rowdy courtroom today.
Yes, and Clay, that commotion that you were just playing there really underscores the emotion that's being felt in this case. Yeah. And that was the crux of the argument that we heard from the defense attorney, really for the first time in this proceedings. The defense attorney not disputing that his client was involved in the crash that led to the death of Deputy Henderson, not disputing the idea that it was an intentional crash, but instead saying...
this lawyer dude, so he was pushing
The
this girl.
defense attorney not disputing that.
Look at him, he handling her too.
Being felt in this case, and that was the crux of the argument that we heard from the defense attorney really for the first time in this proceedings. The defense attorney not disputing that his client was involved in the crash that led to the death of Deputy Henderson, not disputing the idea.
He is really handling this girl, this guy in blue.
First time in this proceedings.
I thought maybe she was
defense
there for
attorney
a different case, but look.
Not disputing that his client was involved in the crash that led to the death of Deputy Henderson. Not disputing the idea that it was an intentional crash, but instead saying it was his emotional state that led him to act in this manner, saying that he was responding emotionally after seeing a video of his son being killed by an officer from a different department. That's something that was backed up by a family member who I spoke to after that hearing about the mental state and demeanor of the suspect, of the defendant in this case. Listen to a little bit of that conversation.
I can only imagine where you felt when you seen that video.
So it is
because when I finally seen it, and I watched that video from the beginning to the end, and watched my nephew drop the way that he dropped, it was like my soul left my body.
Robert Hinton, he pleaded not guilty.
I want to come back because of what he was saying right here. The news
Son being killed by an officer, saying it was his emotional state that led him to act in this manner, saying that
like, he could be so tied up in this emotion that driven him that it's if don't nobody understand that I do. I don't see how can't nobody comprehend that, how you would be in an emotional state if you lost a loved one to the hands of someone else and you just lose it and respond, you know what I mean? And respond in a way like, you took a life, so I take a life for a life, you know? And they don't like to see that. It is so crazy that like law enforcement make it like they just have impunity to take life. It's almost if they was like, it's almost as if they was as God, meaning they have the right to decide who lives or die. And when they take a life, they make it seem like it's justified. And when we take a life, shouldn't nobody question it. You know what I mean? Should nobody question our decision on like, who are you? You human just like everybody else. I didn't know you. You know, you were God-like, or you was God's son, and you have the right to decide who lives and dies. You know, and you shouldn't be questioned on your decision. It's just amazing, and it's really disgusting to see that that's the behavior that they display. Like, don't question us, and it shouldn't be no retaliation. How dare you kill one of ours? How dare you do something in spite of what we did? How dare you have a response or respond like this, you know, by taking one of ours? Like, bro, you bleed, your blood is blue before it hit the surface, just like mine's. You know, before the oxygen hit your blood cells, it's blue, and it's red when it cracks the surface.
That he was responding emotionally after seeing a video of his son being killed by an officer from a different department. That's something that was backed up by a family member who I spoke to after that hearing about the mental state and demeanor of the suspect, of the defendant in this case. Listen to a little bit of that conversation.
I can only imagine where you felt when you seen that video, because when I finally seen it, and I watched that video from the beginning to the end, and watched my nephew drop the way that he dropped, it was like my soul left my body.
Robert Hinton, he pleaded not guilty in that courtroom. We can expect an updated plea to come once an indictment is officially filed. Sinclair.
Yeah, a lot of emotion today, Shaq, and I know also tributes are pouring in for the deputy killed last week. What more have we learned about him?
Yeah. Someone who was described as a professional who was loved by so many people. He was a 33-year veteran on the force, someone who was coming back to fill in essentially for traffic duty during a busy commencement weekend when he was struck in that accident on Friday. We were also learning more about the arrangements to celebrate his life, public visitation Thursday evening and Friday morning, and then his official funeral midday Friday. That will be likely followed by a processional to honor his life and his service. Sinclair?
All right, Shaq Brewster in Cincinnati. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Here's how to never have to worry about money after a car accident. Listen, if you have been in a car accident in the past year, even as a passenger, you could be owed a significant cash payout. Insurance companies do not want you to know this and don't want you to find out what your accident is truly worth. So they can send you a low offer, hoping you accept it just to be done with the hassle. Within a few clicks, you could find out what your accident could actually qualify for just by clicking the link around this video. You answer 5 simple multiple choice questions, and it only takes 30 seconds and is 100% free. If you missed work or got hurt by a driver in the last year, you might be owed money without even knowing it. You could get thousands, maybe even more. Click the
GoFundMe to
Ohio law enforcement just got a big apology from GoFundMe, the online fundraising platform. Ohio law enforcement just got a big apology from GoFundMe, the online fundraising platform, issued a statement after campaigns supporting Rodney Hinton Jr. racked up donations over the weekend. WCPO 9 News reporter Valerie Lyons spoke with the local Fraternal Order of Police.
Why are they taking sides in this? How could they even be biased? Like, your thing is to just put up GoFundMes for people. They don't have a dog in this fight. I don't even understand why they would have a response to the Cincinnati police. I don't understand why they would. Bro, you don't have no dog in this fight. Just put up the GoFundMe and let it live. Like, let it do what it do.
Who say GoFundMe did the right thing.
Who said that?
There was outrage.
Cincinnati's FOP president is talking about these. More than a dozen fundraisers for a man accused of intentionally killing a deputy. They started popping up on GoFundMe Saturday.
Good morning, Mr. Hinton.
Not long after Rodney Hinton Jr. made his first court appearance.
You've got officers, community members that are trying to process the fact that we've had a deputy murdered, only to see that somebody's trying to raise money for somebody that's accused of killing a cop.
But during my interview with Ken Kober Tuesday, we spoke about the fundraisers in the past tense. That's because now they're nowhere to be found. It took this to make it happen, a letter from the president of Ohio FOP demanding GoFundMe.
I thought they was going to say, like, it's been other individuals that's been convicted or charged with crimes that had GoFundMes too. I'm sure Casey Anthony had a GoFundMe. Wasn't nobody petitioning to take hers down.
Now they're nowhere to be found. It took this to make it happen, a letter from the president of Ohio FOP demanding GoFundMe remove the fundraisers. It reads in part, this is absolutely outrageous to fundraise off the assassination of a law enforcement officer. Hours later, GoFundMe responded with a letter of their own. Were you pleased to see the quick response?
Absolutely. I was more than appreciative to see not only did they take it down, but they said, listen, we're sorry that this happened to this deputy, and they give their condolences.
Kober received that same apology letter. It explained fundraisers like those supporting Hinton are prohibited. Raising money for people charged
happened to this deputy, and they give their condolences.
Kober received that.
Dear President McDonald, maybe it's just my name is Emily Barson. I am reaching out from GoFundMe regarding Rodney Hinton Jr. and attempt misuse of the GoFundMe platform. That's a misuse. I am deeply saddened at the death of Deputy Henderson, and on behalf of the entire GoFundMe team, we wanted to express our deepest condolence to the Ohio law enforcement community for your loss. I was notified early today. Let me get my eyes straight and start watering from that long yawn. I was notified earlier today that our team removed a number of campaigns that violated our company's term of service related to raising money for individuals charged with violent crimes. Oh, so you can't be charged with no violent crime. It say GoFundMe terms of service prohibit fundraisers for the legal defense of violent crimes. Consistent with this long-standing policy, any fundraisers for the legal defense of someone charged with a violent crime are removed from the platform, and any money donated to that campaign is fully refunded to the person who sent in it probably say donation.
That same apology letter, it explained fundraisers like those supporting Hinton are prohibited. Raising money for people charged,
I guess right. Say the donation.
Charged with violent crimes violates GoFundMe's policy.
I would hope that they would be able to create some kind of algorithm that would be able to catch these before they even actually go live. But that's something for them to figure out ultimately.
GoFundMe says any money raised for Rodney Hinton Jr.'s legal fund will be fully refunded to those who donated. The platform did a similar thing for campaigns supporting Luigi Mangione, the man accused of gunning down United Healthcare's CEO. In the newsroom, Valerie Lyons, WCPO 9 News.
Listing your vacation rentals.
What does FOP stand for? What is
on Booking.com.
What is it? I still have no idea. Like when I seen it this morning on some type of letterhead, that's how I came to going to look this up, because I believe me, even though I go live now, like, okay, when I live stream, I've seen not the footage, but I've seen the news caption of these things sometimes hours before I decide to go live stream. I have other things on my agenda that I have to do, but I don't watch none of the footage or videos. When I live stream, that's my first time like sitting through the entirety of that video or whatever the content is consisted of. That's my first time watching it. Like when I bring it to you, that's when I watch it. Now I might be aware of what's going on from the captions I see, you know what I'm saying, on my excuse me, I always get on here and get the yawn. But on my algorithm, like the things that pop up, I might see that it popped up, but for us watching it, no. But I did see this fundraising and GoFundMe little thing to where they was apologizing for it. So I didn't know the story in its entirety. I didn't even know they had guidelines, terms of service. But of course they got terms of service, but I didn't know violent crimes was one of those terms that violates. One of those things that violates a term of service. But it makes sense, you know what I mean? Why would you put a thing up that benefits people that committed violent crimes? You know what I mean? If they wanted to commit a violent crime, they should be, face the consequences and be responsible enough or man enough to, put their head up and take what's coming to them. But yeah, that's the chaos that erupted in the court, man. His brother was saying he just wanted to see him. Then you see emotional auntie outside giving an interview to the press release. And yeah, man, this situation is just not started. It's far from over. And you hate to see people go through stuff like this on both sides because it's very emotional. You know what I mean? And yeah, it has an effect because once somebody's gone, you can't get them back. and that's why a lot of people are hurting. If it was, you know, he just shot or whatever in the limbs and he was in stable condition and he was coming back, so we wouldn't even be, you know, the daddy wouldn't even be in the courtroom. All them deputies wouldn't be in the courtroom. It'd just be a regular judicial proceeding, you know, with some other John Doe or Tom, Dick, and Harry or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a serious situation, and it's more to come. You know, it's just getting started. That was just a bond hearing after the preliminary. I mean, what is the first court you go to? Is it, not the preliminary exam. It's arraignment. You know, that was the next day after arraignment. You know what I mean? That you have the bond hearing, and they're trying to get his bond reduced. I think it's like $3 million. Cause Yellow Beezy's was 2. I want to say Ronnie's is 3. You know what I'm saying? Surpassing Yellow Beezy's by far. But yeah, man, stay alert, stay alive in this world of chaos. Nick O, better known as Lay Low. You know. And I'm gonna get with y'all till next time.